Don't call me a hipster. I'm really not. I just love vinyl records. There's something about the scratches and the pops and that ambient fuzz that makes me feel a stronger connection to the music. My mother got me a Crossley turntable for Christmas 4 years ago, and ever since, my love for dusty old records has grown wild. I pick up new records at Goodwill, I go out on record store day and buy them by the dozen. Sometimes, as is true of this story, I find a jackpot at garage sales. The weather is warming up and garage sale season is in full swing. But when I took home a milk crate full of old jazz and blues LPs, I never expected sheer terror to come from it. I handpicked them all: Miles Davis, Sonny Rollins, and Art Tatum. And as I thumbed through the warped old sleeves, I found one that I didn't remember buying. The sleeve was black with no title or artist's name. Water damage had caused it to get that splotchy, mottled look that old cardboard gets. I slid the record out of the sleeve and found the vinyl itself in similarly poor condition. Dust was caked on its black face and the grooves were worn deep. The sticker at the center of the record was scratched away, revealing no more clues to identify it. It was nearing bad time, so I figured I would slap it on the turntable and give it a spin before I hit the sack. I pulled the arm until I heard a click and the old record began to spin. When I dropped the needle on the outer rim, I was greeted by the nostalgia-inducing static that I had grown so fond of. I expected more jazz, but what came out of the speakers was pure chaos. A garbled hiss was lost in heavy static, and a sudden shrill screech made my ears ring. Somewhere in the cacophony I could make out the sounds of voices. The voice in the foreground sounded distant and muffled. I leaned close to the speaker to decipher the words, but it was as if the singer was speaking gibberish. The words were at once familiar, but completely alien. The hairs on my forearm stood. Goosebumps ran up and down my skin. I lifted the needle abruptly off of the record and turned the turntable off. Whatever I had just listened to was clearly not the original. Excessive wearing and warping of the vinyl must have turned whatever music was there into a murky mess of noise and jumbled syllables. I shrugged and settled into bed. That god-awful noise had given me instant headache and I needed to lie down. I'm the kind of person that can only fall asleep if I'm surrounded by complete darkness and silence. I allow no music or television in my room once I'm under the covers. So imagine how startled I was when, 2 hours later, I was awoken by the sound of the turntable switching on. Somehow the needle had fallen onto the spinning vinyl, and I lay in the dark, listening to the fuzz that announced the start of the record. I tried to sit up, but I found myself unable to command my limbs. Was this sleep paralysis? I tried to wiggle my toes, but the effort was futile. I lay there, glued in place, staring at the glowing red power light of the record player out of the corner of my eye. This time, however, the jumbled mess of noises and gibberish did not play off of the mysterious record. Instead, a single voice, loud and clear as water, came pouring out of the speakers. It was a male's voice, and he wasn't singing, no, he was just speaking, calmly, casually, with an air of irreverence. I don't know why I do it, the voice said. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to do it. I love it. I certainly don't try to stop myself. I lay there breathing, unable to budge a single muscle in my body. In the silence between the speaker's slow pace, I found myself staring into the dark, accompanied only by the dull fuzz of hissing vinyl. Well, there was that one time, the voice said, that I didn't mean to do it. My mom. That was an act of uncontrolled passion. No, I didn't wake up wanting to kill. The record was skipping, the needle jumping back over to the groove to get stuck on that one word. To kill her. It was a combination of adrenaline and convenience. I had the knife, she had that paper-thin skin. It was an equation so simple, I couldn't leave it unsolved. Was I dreaming this? It was the only explanation. As the speaker went on, I heard the click of the speed controller send the record spinning from 33 RPM to 45 RPM, and then again to 75. As the record spun faster, the speaker's voice grew high-pitched and the words spewed out of him at supersonic speed.
No, actually that was Lucy, my girlfriend at the time, and not one I knew full well what I was doing. Gosh, the blood was everywhere. There she thanks to the head. The blood was all matted in her hair, like a milk head full of cranberry juice.
Sheila, I met her at a music festival. At first I just planned to fuck her, I didn't know.
At the time that I was going to drag her by the hair out into the woods and bash her skull in with a rock, that one was a surprise even to me. Not that I didn't enjoy it. The record was skipping again. The speaker began to laugh. It was a deep, throaty laugh that seemed to go on so long that I didn't know whether the vinyl was skipping or the man was savouring the chuckle. I was trembling uncontrollably. What twisted psychopath had recorded this? Why was it tucked into the milk crate that I picked up at the garage sale? Should I call the police? How am I going to call 911 when I can't even get out of bed? No, you. Yeah, you. I've been planning yours for a while. The speaker was talking to someone else who had remained silent through the whole tirade. I've been watching your house for weeks. That back window you always leave unlocked? You should really put a nail in it. Even if you lock it, a screwdriver will do the trick.
And then I'll have a screwdriver in my hand. Nasty way to go.
The air in the room became inextricably chilled. I shivered, despite the heavy comforter I was trapped under. My fingertips were tingling.
The funny thing is...
The speed slowed down again, just as the record began to skip. Funny thing is, you don't even recognize I'm talking to you. You know how easy it is to follow someone home, boom, boom, boom. The words he spoke next terrified me so thoroughly that I jolted out of my paralysis and flailed my way up off the mattress, clawing the blankets off my body. Boom, from a garage sale? The turntable clicked and the record stopped spinning as the recording came to an end.